Welcome to the Valley on ESPN as the Valparaiso Beacons play host to the Falcons of Bowling Green. What's been a frustrating last few weeks for the Beacons, they've dropped 3 straight despite dominating the action. They'll try to turn it around and see if they can find the back of the net today against a much improved Falcons squad. We'll give you a preview and opening kick. That's next. This is the Valley on ESPN. Welcome, everybody, back to Brown Field, the Valley on ESPN today, brought to you by IBEW, proud supporters of Valpo Athletics, alongside the coach, Danny Yeftich, Todd Eichhout. Great to have you along here on what is a really crucial non-conference game for both teams. We'll go right to the conference standings, the Valley Conference standings, brought to you by Holiday Inn Express and Suites. And you can see Valpo, Danny, they're picked to win the league, but in non-conference play, despite dominating a lot of the games, just 1 win in 7 matches.
Just have been really some bad luck lately, and in the games they should have won. They just need to regroup and make it happen today. I think they have a quality, not just on the senior day today, that seniors are starting, of course, but they have a quality also on the bench. They should be able to take care of the business today.
All right, let's go right to our players to watch. Their presentation of Hungry Howie's, proud supporters of Valpo Athletics. For Bowling Green, let's start with Kennedy White, the outstanding goal scorer out of Canton, Michigan. She started every game the last 3 seasons. She scored the team's lone goal, the game winner against Detroit Mercy. And again, up front, she is tough to stop. For Valpo, we got to keep talking about Kelsey James. We're waiting for her to get going. Kelsey James is a player who is one of the top goal scorers in the nation a year ago, 9 goals. She's yet to score thus far this year. She's really been snake bit.
And I think she will. It's all mental aspect of her game right now. I think she's a quality player, and I think she'll prove it today.
All right, today's keys to the game, a production of the Northwest Health. They're proud supporters of Valpo Athletics. Danny, let's start with Bowling Green as we're set to go for our action.
Well, the way I see the Bowling Green with record 1-2-1, to play more direct and find target players early in the game that can break down the Beacons defense. Number 2, press Beacons midfield and don't let him possess the ball. Regarding Valparaiso, they play 2-touch soccer in midfield and don't turn the ball over. And then second key would be to shoot from more outside with better shot selection and follow your shots and score early.
Now we're underway. Bowling Green wearing the orange with the white trim. Valpo's in the white. Danny mentioned it. It is senior day. You see Elizabeth Park wearing 15 for Valpo. She gets a start. All the seniors starting. Valpo's got 8 seniors. That means without their star goalkeeper, at least to start the game, Nikki Coriel. Georgia Henkel, though, will start in goal for Valpo. And again, interesting to see as that ball is crossed. Allie Anderson there for Valpo, but interesting to see how long before maybe a Kelsey James or a Molly O'Rear get in the action for Valpo.
It's a coach's decision, and I think he's going to let him play and get a feel for the game. I would say 10-15 minutes, unless something really drastic happens in the game.
Starting lineups brought to you by Centier Bank, proud supporters of Valpo Athletics. Again, Bowling Green, a team which has played a difficult schedule. And you can see Berg in net. She's been outstanding. We've got an outstanding goalkeeper in Berg. We could see Coriel later on in the game. Obviously, she's been as good as any. And you can see Valpo changing up the lineup. That's Henkel in goal. Also getting a start from Park. And, again, a start from Andrea Garcia.
Right.
As they are seniors and getting that starting call. And we'll see how Coach Maravich plays this as Bowling Green with the ball in the midfield, and you expect midfield play to be awfully crucial here today.
With limited touches, as we talked about in the keys to the game, Valpo's got to move the ball a little bit quicker so they can break down the Falcons' defense.
And Nicole Norfolk takes this one
Looks like a throw.
Safely over the side, over the end of the touch line. And it'll go as a throw-in for a Bowling Green team that's played a very difficult schedule. Only 4 matches thus far. But they've played a ranked Tennessee team. They come off a nice win against Detroit. They've also played Michigan State, and they got a great opportunity right out in front.
Very dangerous play right there, the ball across the 18, yeah.
Katie Cox had a good opportunity, captain, all-MAC academic team. She put one on the frame against Michigan State, had a chance to put one on the frame there and shot it wide with the left foot. But a good start to this game for Bowling Green. And Bowling Green, certainly, you look at the level of competition that Valpo's played recently. Bowling Green's a step up. You know, Valpo's had losses in games in which they've outshot their opponents by 20+. That's not going to happen here today.
No, but I think they dominated. I've been seeing those games and away games. They dominate the possession and every aspect of the game in terms of statistics. Just couldn't find the net. And like I said, shot selection has to be better. And now they're trying to build from the back.
Yeah, can't clear it. Graf in a little bit of trouble. Hillman comes to help out. Well played there by Ellie Poole. And Poole sends it back. Nicely done to keep control. Frigerero sends it all the way back. And they'll regroup. And there's the speedy DeSatko, who's starting at the striker spot today. DeSatko with Park running to the side, trying to take a 1v2. It's kicked back to Park, and Valpo resets with Hillman.
Playing ground game as expected for Beacons.
Kicked it over the center stripe where the steady Nicole Norfolk is there.
Very tough battle. Looks like a foul.
And we are going to get a foul on Cox in the midfield. Boy, this was a great opportunity for Cox early on in this game.
It was early in the game. Ball across the 18.
By Norfolk from just across midfield. He's going to send this towards the box. Kicked out of there by Lexi Serwin. Valpo keeps possession, though. DeSatko.
No call.
Down. They say play on. A touch there. First touch for Kennedy White. And now an opportunity as it's gone out wide.
For counterattack.
This is Bethea. Trying to take Dugan. There's Norfolk. Good play by Norfolk. Valpo sends it back. And just over the head of Dugan. A nice play by Graf to clear it, but just missed Dugan. And Valpo had a good chance for a counter there.
Throwing Falcons.
Kenzie Ortman's going to take it. Referee says, let's back up a little bit. And now we're set to go. Good challenge by Anderson.
Looks like it looks like 4-4-2. Bowling Green is playing open game. 4-4-2 combination. 4 in the back, 4 in the middle, and two strikers. At least at this time.
They keep control. Nice play. Poole to White. Now the cross.
Dangerous ball.
By Dugan. By Hillman. And Valpo's going to get a goal kick here. Or will it be a corner? Did Hillman touch it? It did touch Hillman. And an early corner kick coming for Bowling Green.
Looks like it was misunderstanding between goalkeeper and the sweeper on this ball, because it looks like a harmless ball.
Yeah. Hillman did get a touch, trying to prevent Poole from knocking that one home. So corner coming here for the Falcons.
This could be dangerous ball, showing that most likely she's going to go in the air with it.
Frigerero is going to take it with the right foot, maybe an in-swinger here towards that back post.
Either in-swinger or out-swinger. Let's see, probably right foot in-swinger appears that way until we see the play. Yep.
A well-served ball, and it is headed in. Perfect ball. That was not Frigerero. That was Ortman who sent it into the box, and it was Kennedy White with the header.
And unmarked. Looks like unmarked. We'll see the preview. We'll see the review here. In swinger, as we discussed it earlier.
Boy, Kennedy White got an easy header on it.
Nobody tracked the player down. Nobody tracked her down. She had open header,
and
far post.
And a snake-bit Valpo team of late gives one up 5.5 minutes in.
On a set piece like that.
On a beautiful corner and a beautiful service by Ortman.
Yeah, but just lack of communication in the back in terms of the team shape and who is following the runners.
Long ball up to DeSatko. The speedy right winger will run it down. On a 1v1, she has it knocked away, and it'll be a Valpo throw-in.
Well defended by Bowling Green to be able to knock it out for throwing.
Thrown into Park. And she has it knocked away. Hillman will take this throw in, looking for DeSatko. Knocked free. Park gets knocked down. Play on. Long ball. Dugan the header. Goes right to Cassidy Eckstein. She can't control it. Kennedy White is there. Nice job by Hillman helping out.
Tight rope there. Very tight.
And Graf and Hillman with a little catch. But the ball comes out to midfield where Garcia is there for Valpo. Sends it up to Dugan. Dugan with nowhere to go. Has it knocked free on a good play by Cox at the midfield. And now Ortman sends it forward where Norfolk is there. Eckstein. Ground attack coming from Valpo. Another touch for Norfolk. She sends a long ball looking for Dusatko. She can't run it down. Dugan is there for Valpo. Nice back pass. Anderson up the left side now to Dugan and make that towards Dusatko, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Looks like, throwing again. Plenty of time for both teams, of course. Situation requires better marking on the set pieces.
Ball off the right side will go over the touchline. It'll result in a Valpo throw-in.
The Beacons can get quickly, throw the ball in and maybe swing one into the box. But they need numbers.
Throw-in coming from Abby White on the far side. Towards Dusatko.
1v1.
Nowhere really to go. Sends it back to White and ends up over the touchline on the far side. Deep throw-in coming here for the Falcons, who get an early goal from Kennedy White.
Beacons need to lock in this particular pass right now coming up because Bowling Green has to play it wide, which is they do.
Milner sends it up. Now Frigerero. Boy, good move there by Ellie Poole. She can't control it, though. Eckstein comes forward. And now Hillman sends it back.
Reset their team shape.
See some scores from around the valley. Belmont's off to a good start. They're in a weather delay against Chattanooga. Valley play right around the corner.
Yeah, we had some weather earlier, but looks like,
Good move by Dugan here. Beautiful move by Dugan. She takes on two, but eventually it's poked free, and Mayadine comes up with it. Comes out far wide. Frigerero quickly up the left side.
Good speed.
Errant pass, though. Garcia, though, can't control it. Nice job by Gilmore. She sends it on frame, and an easy one for Henkel there.
No problem on that particular shot. Beacons need to build from the back and try to find feet.
Graf's pass is taken away. Right on the foot of Dean. Poole, collision, foul called. As Hillman took a spill. And this will be Graf.
Looks like a free kick.
Graf will take this free kick. Danny, how long do you go before you start bringing in maybe an O'Rare or a James or maybe even a Joyner at this point?
I would say give the non-starters and the seniors at least 10, 15 minutes. I would say about 15, and then try to move the personnel who are used to each other over the season. And like I said, that goal, it was just a matter of miscommunication, no communication on target players on the corner kick. But we'll see what coach does. That's a decision he needs to make. 35 or 35.
Good ball into the box, but nice play by Graf. She read that one well. Valpo tries to counter. Up to Dusatko. She tries to turn, trying to find Park. Good play in the midfield. We've seen really good play by Frigerero in the midfield. Also Gilmore in the midfield. You talk about midfield play being important. Bowling Green's doing an outstanding job through the first 10 minutes of this match. And there's a good cross.
Yeah, they are. Looks like number 13 is warming up for Valpo.
This is still in play.
Coach is.
It's going to result in a goal kick here. Henkel will take it.
Can she deliver?
You can see the Falcons lead this series. This is the 9th match between the two. 5-2-1 record. Most of those games played over the past 15 years or so.
Last matchup 2-0 win for Bowling Green in August 2019.
This ball goes over the touchline. Will result in a throw-in.
And Falcons have won last 2 meetings.
Ortman will take it.
Looks like players warming up on either touchline. Both benches, there are 5 or 6 players on either side warming up. So both coaches probably make some changes within 5 minutes or so.
Long ball over the top. Abby White's got a play on it. She's going to let it go over the touchline, and a throw-in coming here. Norfolk's ball is cleared away. White comes up with it. She turns. And some space here out wide for the Falcons. Dean with it. Frigerero now. And she sends a beautiful ball to the box. And White was onside, and she nearly had her second header of the game.
That was dangerous. That was a dangerous ball as Beacon defense stepped up, trying to get offside the situation, but it didn't work. Looks like she was onside. Flag never went up, but she never received the ball either.
But Frigerio put up another beautiful cross. We've seen some real nice services by Bowling Green through the first near 15 minutes of this match.
Beautiful bending ball. I mean, inches away from her head again.
Eckstein goes to challenge that ball from Dean. Goes off the Valpo Jr. Ball into space here where Norfolk clears it down. Again, looking for DeSatko. She heads it forward, but again, no numbers for Valpo.
No numbers at this time, and they safely play the ball back to the goalkeeper, who will reset.
Goes way out wide on the far side. Challenge from Dugan.
It's a risky ball playing the back like that, but then Beacons need to press that.
Send it back to Berg, who hasn't had much challenges thus far. Bowling Green's had the better of the play through the first 13 minutes. Ball out towards midfield. Good read by Norfolk. But again, Bowling Green is winning a lot of these 50-50 balls around the midfield.
Right now they are. They're playing. It's an open game. It's wide open.
White's throw in right to DeSatko. Tried to find Garcia. Couldn't come up with it. That cleared an open space. Good challenge from Eckstein here. Ball sent back to Berg.
Need to be a little bit more pressure, a little bit more urgency on Beacon's side to win the ball on this half of the field.
Nice play by Frigiero to turn and find a foot. It's White. White very active in the early going.
Very good playmaking ability, yep.
Sends it out wide. Bethea there. Tries to cross. Norfolk right in front of her. Bethea spins back. Norfolk challenges her. Bethea keeps it going. Beautiful move towards the box.
No call.
She goes down, and Graff is there for Valpo. She gets taken down near the sidelines. I believe it's going to result in a throw-in.
There was contact earlier, but official decided they were just regular play, just two players tussling with each other.
Garcia's ball is knocked away and out of bounds. Good throw in there to Dugan, but she's double-teamed. Valpo keeps it alive. Finds the foot of Norfolk. She sends it back to Henkel. Ball dummied by Graff, and it results in a turnover.
1v1.
And here's Poole. Poole sends it into the box. Norfolk just sends it out of there.
Another dangerous ball.
A lot of dangerous balls from Bowling Green here in the early going.
So now Bowling Green feeling confident.
For sure.
That they can play. They can play with Beacons. They have 1-goal lead.
Frigerio sends one towards the box. But well played again by Valpo. Anderson this time. The header takes it all the way back to the opposite side of the field. But again, midfield play has been good from Bowling Green.
Very good for midfield play. And they basically, if they talked about the keys to the game, to disrupt Beacon's midfield play, they did that for sure.
Frigerio has played extremely confidently in the midfield.
Very good first touch. Very good technical ability with either foot.
Milner got a touch there.
You see Beacons have no pressure on the last man here. And it's very difficult to score unless you put some pressure on it.
Good pressure that time at the midfield. Forces Dean to send it back. And now she gets it right back from Serwin. Good ground attack here. Again, it goes out wide. Bethea sends a nice cross into the box again. Headed up in the air.
Dangerous.
And it's in the net.
Let's see.
And do we have a foul?
Yeah. Official did call something.
There was a foul on Kennedy White going up for that header.
Yes. Challenging a keeper. Being a little bit
it's a break for Valpo. It's a beautiful ball by Bethea.
A little bit too physical.
You see it's headed back up in the air.
Keeper coming across.
And it's going to be White.
Both hands on her back. Yeah.
And I don't even know if she needed to. That ball looked like it was headed over the line.
Yeah. I think looked like.
And a foul on White saves what would have been, in all likelihood, a 2-0 Bowling Green lead.
Very close. It appears that way, of course. Huh?
And it is James, Joyner, and O'Rare set to check in for John Marovich's squad on the next dead ball.
I mean, they're all attacking players, and all three of them can put the ball in the net any second while they're on the field. where they're going to play. Most likely, probably midfield forward positions.
Right. But really, we've played 17 minutes, and Bowling Green has had the better of the play for about 80% of it.
They have. Basically, they're doing to Valpo what Valpo used to do to other teams in here, control the midfield.
Norfolk aggressively comes up from the back line to play this ball, but nowhere to go. And it sends back up to Bethea, and you got to look for the counter again from Bowling Green. A nice run from Bethea. Sends it forward. Hillman takes it away for Valpo.
Handball. Didn't call it. Looks like the ball bounced up.
Eckstein got away with a push, and no, she didn't.
But here is the call. Okay. So it feel like it was a handball earlier, but the ball here.
By the way, second straight game that Kelsey James is coming off the bench. I did talk to John Maravich about this last week, and he said, when we brought her off the bench her freshman year, she really got into the action as a fresh player and ignited the team, and she's hoping, Coach Maravich is hoping, that's the direction she can go coming off the bench. At least second straight game now.
As long as
top goal scorer.
She understands the reason behind that and mentally handles the situations as coming in off the bench and helping team out. I think it's a coach's decision, of course, huh? But now we have 3 players coming in. And applause for all the players. 3 players are coming off the field. Let's see if that changes any tactics in terms of what Valpo can do.
You've got Herrera as that attacking midfielder, and then James, Joyner, DeSatko up front for Valpo.
Those are little players. I mean, they're all dangerous players. They can cross. They can shoot the ball, and then find out are they going to be able to break down this Bowling Green defense.
So Bowling Green with a 1-0 lead. We played 19 minutes, and they really have controlled play. And that's probably of everything. That's what's maybe most concerning here for John Maravich.
Yes. I mean, the midfield play has been bread and butter for the Beacons over throughout the games this season. They control the midfield. So this is a little bit different experience that Bowling Green controlling most of the midfield play and actually playing much quicker.
Foul on DeSatko. Frigerero is going to take this free kick in a spot where she can angle this into the box.
From this close, I wouldn't put a wall there just because she's not going to go. She's probably going to go over the 2 players anyway. So I would just use the 2 players to defend the play. And chances are the ball is going to go.
Beautiful ball into the box. It's dangerous, and Henkel makes the save.
He was dangerous again. You're right.
Right, beautiful, perfect cross from Frigerero. And Valpo tries to counter. So here's James getting her first touch. She's out there as a fresh player. Eckstein at the midfield. She can't control it.
Turnover.
Bethea comes up with it.
She's fast.
She tries to beat Hillman. Good help from Nat Graff, but she sends it over the touch line. A throw-in coming up here for Bowling Green. Another offensive throw-in for the Falcons.
Falcons are moving the ball real well and connecting more passes than Valpo for some reason, but I think that is part of that.
Boy, beautiful move here by Bethea. Another good cross.
With the left foot. And again.
But you see, really, the ball movement from Bowling Green right now is outstanding.
Outstanding. Nice spin, 1v1 situation. Because spin around there, 1v1, and still possession.
Bethea with a nice cross.
Offside, looks like flag is up.
Yep. They're going to catch Poole
but again, those
behind the last line of defense.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well struck off the head by Maya Dean, but Henkel was there to keep this a 1-0 game.
So Beacons need to find a way to break through the midfield. See, those are optimistic balls, but chances are they're not productive. See, so
ball sent back.
Perhaps one more midfield pass before you find your target player. It would be a little bit better against a team like this.
Frigerero. Dean.
Nice turn.
Sends it back. Safe play, but there's
Good
Molly O'Rare, and that's
good pressure.
Again, great pressure by O'Rare. Forces it out wide.
That's what Beacons need to do.
And that's where O'Rare gives you that.
Right. She actually created a turnover, which now is awarded as a throw-in. And of course, you are now spending a little bit more time at Falcons half of the field, right?
Chase Ray's going to come in. Eckstein will get a breather.
Good effort.
Again, some fresh players out there for Valpo. And they're going to catch O'Rare for kind of backing up into the defender.
Couldn't see it closely, but looks like there was some contact. How physical that was, I can't really tell. But again, turnover. That could have been prevented.
So we're midway through this first half. Bowling Green has had the better of the play, and they've got the lead on the scoreboard.
And they had a few more chances, that, realistically speaking, and crosses into the box than the Beacons did. So
Poole was unable to control that. Results in a Valpo throw-in.
But you think by now the butterflies of senior night should be gone away by now, and just sometimes that happens first 15, 20 minutes, huh? They should just get back to a game.
Joyner gets a touch here. Nowhere to go, went down, fought her way back up, keeps control of it. Wait, nicely done, got it to DeSatko. She touches it back, but unable to come up with it is Ray. And here comes the counter, and again it's the speedy Bethea coming up the left side this time with Ray after.
1v1, 1v2.
A great job by Bethea.
Very good defense.
She's turned back by Graff. Nice safe pass there. Shot headed on goal by Frigierario, and it's right to Henkel.
Yeah, that's not a dangerous ball, but still.
Another good attack, though,
It was
from the Falcons.
Shot in the goal, exactly. At the front of frame.
DeSatko. Ray, good give and go
Nice.
back to DeSatko.
And
she taps it up to James. Back to DeSatko. Great groundwork here. James is going to run this one down. She's got players in the box. She looks for O'Rare. She dummies the ball, but Joyner can't get there in time, and it's cleared out of the box.
Because needed some numbers, needed at least one more player in the box. It looks like there's a foul there called.
Right, we're going to get a foul on Gilmore, colliding into DeSatko, and this will be a dangerous cross coming from James in all likelihood.
Set piece. I mean, this probably should be like in-swinger. Away from the keeper at the angle, probably diagonal ball, and then have runners come in and pick up either head or a foot. Let's see. If this you do it during the week, you practice these.
A lot of bodies set to make a run. This is going to be James with the left foot. In all likelihood, I think it's going to be James to take it, and there it is. And she puts it towards the net, and a good opportunity there, but Lily Berg did not allow a rebound.
Good save. She read that one. She saw it coming.
And they break back looking for White in space. White will run it down. Hillman covers up this time on her opposite side. And Hillman able to get the poke away. That will slow down the attack.
Take over.
A good job by the Falcons, though, keeping it momentarily. But coming back to help out was DeSatko. And here is Lindsay in some space. Looking for help, though. She reverses back and sends it back to Graff. Graff awaits. Long ball for James over the top. Can she run it down?
1v1 again. If she protect the ball, can she shield it? Looks like.
That's a good job by Gilmore, not allowing a corner. Give him the throw-in, right?
Or turn with the ball, exactly.
I think that was Milner. Milner did a really nice job against the dangerous player in James.
Well defended.
And now here's Kelsey James.
Needs some movement in the box.
Goes to O'Rare. Shields up, finds James.
Maybe
She's got a
service.
chance. Good service into the box. It is loose. And Joyner went down. It was a good job by Berg after she allowed the loose ball to hop right back on it.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about the shots and crosses into the box, and someone needs to follow that particular ball. Anytime keeper drops the ball, you need to move, even before she drops the ball. Anticipation is something that's very difficult to teach. You can train, players practice, but there was opportunity there. Good cross by James.
Serwin sends it back up the field and allows for a possible counter. But over the touch line, and White quickly puts it back into play. She finds Joyner. Back to White, and she couldn't keep it in. One unforced error there against Valpo.
Two subs coming in for Bowling Green.
Bryn Gardner is going to come in. She had a goal versus Cincinnati, also an assist against Detroit. She's been a spark off the bench for Bowling Green this year. Abby Coley also will come in. Midfielder from Avon, Ohio.
Solid work, both of them. so far with 18 minutes, 18:13 left.
Kennedy White, she's the goal scorer thus far. She matches up with Norfolk, who forces a turn to the out, and it takes it out of bounds and results in a Valpo throw-in. Go back to Norfolk. Dangerous play here. She sends it back upfield. DeSatko. Quick touch to O'Rare. Looking back for Chase Ray, but coming back and making the play was Maya Dean. She sends it back forward to Gardner.
Good
Gardner
ball.
sends it back into the box. Here's a dangerous one on the cross, and nobody's home as players go down, and Valpo was fortunate there on a good turn by Kennedy White.
Fortunate not to allow a goal, and fortunate not to receive the PK. Penalty kick.
Right, Cox was taken down. Collision.
That
I
was-
thought Kennedy White had a chance for her second goal. Instead, she decided to put it to the middle, crossed it in front of the goal.
Had the angle to shoot, you're correct on that one. And now let's see if they sort things out. And inside the 18, the Beacons defend better than they did the last corner. As you see, Bowling Green is sending 4 runners into the box from the angle.
Ortman had a sensational service before, and it's another very good one. Comes through the box. The shot is blocked and sending it out. Anderson deflected it, but the last touch was a Bowling Green player, and it results in a throw-in, and Abby White will take it for the brown and gold.
Very good cross, very good corner kick. Those balls are really dangerous.
Valpo unable to control it in the midfield. There's Poole. She sends it back. And into an open spot. Milner, though, gets the touch. Chase Ray tries to challenge. She can't come up with it. And back comes Bowling Green. Goes out wide to Frigierario. She's been dangerous all game long.
Very good touch on the ball, distributing the ball, playmaking.
Cox sends it out wide. It results in another cross and nearly on goal. Pretty good job, though, by Hillman shielding off a possible attack right at the net.
That was a dangerous ball, right to the box. And
Yeah, it was Gardner fighting.
the near post. Yeah.
You see Gardner's fighting here with Hillman, and she just can't get a clean foot on it.
Oh boy, inches away, one way or the other, exactly. So
Norfolk in the back. Sends a long ball up, and this is a miscue here from Norfolk.
those balls really don't work. And watching a Valpo play, huh? They're more productive when they play on the ground than in the air. Even occasionally, you need to hit the long ball, air ball. See if they can set things up and control the midfield. Right now, the problem is Valpo cannot control the ball in the midfield.
Right, that's been the key to the game thus far.
Exactly.
Better the play in the midfield has resulted in a lot more chances for Bowling Green. O'Rare gets a good touch in the midfield.
That's where the war starts, right here.
But again, unable to find anybody.
Turnover, right.
As that pass by Anderson was sent awry. Ortman sends it back. Touch coming up here.
See, they're finding window openings.
Nice job by Cox, and it results in a little bit of a counter.
That's exact example we're talking about. You know, they just broke down the Beacons midfield. We talked about in keys to a game prior to, and there's another dangerous ball here.
Yeah, Gilmore sends it into the box. Bowling Green unable to get a clean head on it, and this is going to result in a Valpo throw-in.
And it seems like at certain situations and matchups, Bowling Green is outworking the Valpo midfield players. They need to recognize that and just pick it up a little bit, just those 50-50 balls, you know.
Ball heads towards the box. Loose ball here. Cleared out of there. Kelsey James going to come up with it. Sends it to Chase Ray. She needs help. Does get it out wide to Anderson. And DeSatko is there to clean up for Valpo. Sends it ahead for Joyner. She can't turn on it, but DeSatko's going to run it down with the great speed. She looks for help. Looked for O'Rare. Couldn't get it to her. Ball loose, and here comes a counter here from Bowling Green again.
Exactly.
Gardner with it. Hillman tries to run her down. Gardner keeps possession.
No need to
Sends
foul.
it towards the box. Norfolk sends it up in the air. Head ball coming here. Well played by Dean. And again, it's Kennedy White. Dugan right there. Make that Graff. Graff sends it wide. Good play by Nat Graff to prevent White from sending that back into the box.
Again, you can see the possession. Not sure about statistics yet so far percentage-wise, but I think Bowling Green has more of the possession.
Oh, for sure.
And that turns into the more offensive attack and opportunities to create corner kicks, free kicks, and so on. Looks like some rain is starting to come down a little bit.
Emily Gardner is going to come in. Mackenzie Ortman coming in. Dana Fish set to come in for Valpo. She'll have to wait for another whistle. The ball goes out wide. Good spin move on the outside again by Bowling Green. They continue to control play. Poole gets a nice move that allows her to possible cross. Chased by Ray, sends it into the box. White is there for Valpo. They send it back up to Herrera. She heads it forward, but nobody home for the Beacons.
Dangerous ball.
Hillman sends it back towards the midfield.
Nobody home on that one.
And eventually it's controlled by Serwin. And again, good move here by Bowling Green. The rain is starting to come down now. DeSatko comes up with a steal for Valpo. Really nowhere to go, though. Kelsey James going to run it down, try to find O'Rear. But on the spot was Ortman, and she sends it back to the keeper, Berg. And they reset with 12:20 to go here in the first half.
Just player movement and ball movement much more effective with Bowling Green than the Beacons.
Elena Unkefer is in the game. She got a touch there.
And the 50-50 balls.
Serwin sends it back to Berg. Now we're under 12 to go before halftime. And Valpo's had very few good chances thus far today. Another ball over the top from Bowling Green. Well played, though, by Valpo. Kelsey James dummies the ball for Joyner.
Can she find a window? Well defended.
Now it's Ray. Ray sends it back to Graff. Graff attacking up the right side. Needing help.
Needs support, exactly.
He's got to turn back.
Good pressure.
And find Ray.
By Bowling Green.
And Ray sends it all the way back to Henkel. And a good job by Bowling Green thwarting what would have been a Valpo attack.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you make a team play it back.
This ball goes back forward for Bowling Green, though.
Make the team play a ball back in the negative space. You did your job defensively.
Rain coming down harder. Unkefer sends it out wide. Another good chance here, and it results in a Bowling Green corner kick.
You see, they're very dangerous from those set pieces.
So Bowling Green, who scored the lone goal off a corner kick, will get one coming from the opposite side. Under 11 to go here in the first half. They'll make another substitution. Riley Clark's going to come in. She's a Wright State transfer. Dana Fish in for Valpo.
You can see from this angle, you have 5 orange players running diagonal on this corner kick, and so Valpo has to mark all the runners. You can't just watch the ball; you have to watch the man and the ball.
Right, everybody's got to find a player
and move with him. See, the thing is about not just find a player, but when the ball moves, you got to move with it. See the timing of the run. See, they all now start running, and she's looking for a target, and you got to play really hard right there.
Another dangerous corner, but Norfolk read it well.
Right.
Poole sends it back into the box. It
dangerous
is loose. Boy, a series of players there and an opportunity for Gardner, but it's sent out of there.
Off the corner kick again. Another set piece.
This is Emily Gardner now.
Through ball.
Again, 3 players out of White House, Ohio. They played together at Anthony Wayne High School, including a couple sisters, the Gardners. But a player goes down in the midfield. It results in another Valpo foul.
9:48 left in this first half.
Valpo's just had very few opportunities at all, and that's something that Valpo's not used to.
Exactly. I think it's what they need to do is regroup. There is still time, plenty of time to equalize.
Another good ball into the box, headed towards the net.
Dangerous still.
Fish gets a foot on it, but it remains in the box. Opportunity coming up here. Clark sends it back, though, and it'll be tracked down by Ortman.
Basically, now Valpo is in really more defensive mode because
they haven't been able to control the midfield, right?
Bowling Green is really dictating the tempo. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Norfolk sends it down, but nobody's home for the Beacons.
Even that, to have one target player, perhaps you have a chance of in the rain or to disrupt an attack. But right now,
Milner sends it out wide. That ball is loose.
Good pressure there.
O'Rear couldn't run it down, and nice ball movement ends up with Ortman.
Looks like throwing. So 8:35 left in the first half. and the Bowling Green has been more aggressive and more productive in the midfield, and that's a difference in terms of possession and opportunities from set pieces such as corner kicks, free kicks, and so on.
It was Mackenzie Ruber actually wearing number 20. She actually had the assist on the first goal. Valpo has a throw in with 8:10 to go in the half. And White's going to take it. Let's see if Valpo can get an opportunity here with a rare deep offensive throw-in.
Need more numbers in the box.
And they're going to get another throw in here. And nope, it's going to result in a Valpo foul. That's the call.
Looks like that. Yeah. Official saw something that maybe too much contact or aggressive contact on the far side.
Ruber's going to take this one. 7.5 to go first half. Rain has been coming down steadily for about the last 15 minutes.
Air ball.
Joyner got a touch there, keeping the ball in
Still
play.
in. Still in.
There's James to Joyner, looking for Dana Fish.
Swing.
Ball's loose. Fish can't play it cleanly, and a good job again by Bowling Green sending it up the midfield.
They defended well in that transition.
Poole sends it out wide. Clark comes up with it. She makes a nice run. Her pass, though, is stolen by Hillman. Ray sends it back. Graff all the way back to Henkel. And Henkel back to Graff. Graff with a long ball, looking for James, but it's headed nicely.
Yeah,
That was really a good job of reading it by Ortman. But Valpo keeps control of the ball here.
Dangerous tackle.
James comes up with it.
And no
Body's down. Here's James where she is dangerous. Looking for one move and get a shot off. She can't do it.
Well defended.
Yeah, Ruber was right there along with Milner. They did a nice job on James. And Ruber comes up with it now with Joyner trying to force an errant pass.
Well defended by Bowling Green, and now they're in transition to counterattack.
Yeah, Valpo's been unable to get really any takeaways on the offensive end. When they give it up, it results in Bowling Green getting at least out to midfield.
See right there, that transition, that right there. Breaking throughout the midfield and putting pressure on Valpo, a back four.
Hillman sends this down. O'Rear trying to chase after it. Milner is there. She sends it back to Berg.
Yeah, she can pick it up. It's okay.
Yep, it was in the box.
And that plus ball was headed in. It was not passed.
5.5 to go first half. Berg sends this one down. Good deep kick well over midfield.
Well challenged, huh?
Eddie Joyner's going to try to keep this from going over the touchline. She does. She sends a long ball across for Fish. Valpo unable to control it. That's another area where Bowling Green's been very good. Valpo sends some long balls inside the 30, and Bowling Green's controlled those balls.
Those 50-50 I've talked about, they won most of them. I would say 8 out of 10, which in recent games, Valpo has won most of those.
Berg sends this one out wide. Attack coming from Bowling Green. A lot of space for Emily Gardner. She sends it forward through deflection. Ends up on the foot of Maya Dean. Hillman the challenge. They fight for it. Challenge from Ray. Comes out wide to Clark. She turns. Sends it back safely. Milner gets a touch. 4:35 to go here in the first half. Bowling Green's had the much better of the play. They lead on the scoreboard as well. Graff the header. White sends it forward. Good work by Valpo to get it out to midfield. James unable to control it, though, cleanly. Milner sends it right back. Anderson nowhere to go. She loses control of it. Clark has it now. And again, a safe play from Bowling Green. Ruber sends it down. Nice pass there, but nowhere for Dean to go. She sends it out wide and over the touchline. Actually, it stays in bounds. Norfolk has it for Valpo. She sends it back upfield. Joyner can't control it. And a throw-in coming for Bowling Green.
Good pressure. Good pressure by Bowling Green. And doesn't look like a team that's won only one game so far. That really, Bowling Green is playing really well and controlling the game, controlling the midfield.
Valpo has just had very few chances thus far in this game.
And when they clear the ball like that, there are no numbers
right
to threaten the other side.
Valpo's got to really concentrate so much defensively.
Right.
Oh, it's steal for James. James trying to get she's got help there, but she can't find O'Rear. She was being bodied up.
There was
trying to draw a foul.
Yeah, there was some contact, but looks like
so a rare mistake by Bowling Green, but Kelsey James unable to make her pay.
Almost turned over on top of the 18. Some contact, but the official was right there.
Unable to control it again. But the ball does move back downfield. Serwin is there. She's harassed by Joyner, but she's able to get it out to midfield. And then again, when the ball comes out to midfield, it's usually a Bowling Green player is the first to control.
More orange shirts in the midfield, you're right. As you see, they distribute the ball.
Uncafer send it out wide, but Hillman was there to run it down, but Valpo unable to counter.
Still.
Boy, nice job
Official
by Gardner.
Let him play on.
Force it back. Dana Fish trying to run this down. Berg's got to come way out to play it, outside the box. Hillman on the challenge.
Throwing.
Now they're going to be a throw-in for Bowling Green. As the ruling is Hillman was the last to touch.
Good protection, shielding the ball.
Uncafer. Errant pass, though, right by Dean and out of bounds.
Turnover.
Only 2 minutes to go in the first half. Throwing headed back down. Graff, Hillman, and back to Nat Graff. Henkel will get a touch.
Plays the ground ball.
Sends it out wide. I wonder if we'll see Coriel in the second half. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Maravich does. Who does he start in the second half?
It'll be interesting, a coach's decision.
Nice pass by Joyner looking for James, but she can't run it down.
Well defended.
Alexis Miller was there.
Good,
made a big play.
Good defending by Bowling Green.
Ruber, good ball towards the midfield. But Valpo comes up with it.
Maybe there's a counterattack here.
Fish with 1:15 to go. Looking for Hillman. She can't, though. She's shielded off.
50-50 ball and throwing.
And
goal kick.
Yeah, it is a goal kick.
Yeah.
Hillman touched it. She tried to play it off of Emily Gardner, but couldn't do it.
Right, wanting a corner kick, but.
Gardner, the elder of the three players from White House, Ohio.
Not in a hurry. Not in a hurry.
40 seconds to go in the half. White might as well take as much time on this goal kick.
Right.
Does send it just shy of midfield.
On average, they give keeper 6 seconds, but sometimes they take a little bit more.
Boy, it's a break here. It looked like it would be a break for Valpo as it hit the referee. That allowed Gardner to come up with that loose ball. And they're going to give it a dropper, yeah. Valpo didn't look like they were ready for it. Ruber sends it forward.
Officially gave him that one.
Ruber, good hustle to get in front of Joyner. And with the clock running down, Norfolk takes this out of the box. And we'll go into the locker room with Bowling Green owning a 1-0 lead. In this game, unlike recent Valpo games where they've controlled play, the exact opposite. The play in the midfield by Bowling Green has given them a huge possession advantage.
No question about it. I mean, when coach looks at the video, he will see what's happening. That Bowling Green has controlled the midfield play, more combination plays, and they're a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more assertive in the midfield.
Bowling Green, 1-0 at the half. We'll check all the numbers when we return. You're watching The Valley on ESPN. You know, Valpo really gave one away on Friday, but they didn't get really much help from the men in stripes. This is called an offsides. You can see that ball hits
It's a
the
free
crossbar, and Allie Anderson comes up, plays it. She was well onside, and somehow an offside was called. The officials actually would apologize later on, and then here's a ball which maybe could have been offsides, right? Watch when this ball is touched.
This player's onside, but this player was off.
So, it's a very, very close call, and 2 minutes apart. The one offsides, which clearly for sure wasn't.
You take a lead, and here, huh?
And then Valpo had a PK at the end of the game, and Kelsey James has been perfect on PKs, not today.
She just read that. Goalkeeper just read that one.
Perfectly read. And Valpo's closing in on conference play coming up. You see Northern Iowa, that's a road game they'll start. So the next 3 are conference games, mostly conference games from here on out. Next Saturday at Northern Iowa, and then 2 big home matches against UIC and Drake. This is the last chance for Valpo to kind of find themselves before conference play.
No question about it. They need to find the right personnel, and I think the personnel is there in terms of the players the coach has available for them. And from up to this point, I mean, they dominate the midfield play most of these games. Today, for some reason, the rhythm is not there, and Bowling Green is taking the game to them.
They've taken advantage of the opportunities. In fact, they could have more goals. You can see coming in, they just converted 2 of 44, so 11 shots a game. Now, they've only played 4 games.
Right.
The shooting percentage is fine, getting shots on frame. Today, they've had really good opportunities thus far. Meanwhile, Valpo has had plenty of opportunities, not today, but throughout the course of the season. The fact they have only 3 goals is almost mind-boggling, with well over 100 shots, 49 on frame coming in.
That's unbelievable.
49 on frame coming in, and they've only found the back of the net 3 times. And that's why, despite out-shooting their opponents on shots on goal by over 20 coming in, they have just 1 win.
Well, then it could be discouraging, but at the same time motivating to go to the next level and find out that we are much better than we are showing. And Bowling Green is much better than what their record's showing, with only 1 win. So it should be interesting 45 minutes.
And a fresh player up front, Peyton Evans starts for Valpo on the front line. It's Dugan, Desatko, and Evans on the front. We'll see if Desatko plays that striker position as she did part of the first half today. O'Rear does get the start for the second half, and Nikki Coriel is in goal for Valpo.
They have solid numbers there and quality players, experienced players on the field. Beacons do, but it will be a really difficult task because Bowling Green is playing with a lot of confidence.
I think if Bowling Green plays the way they play in the second half, it's going to be awfully tough on Valpo. Right. They can keep up that aggressive play in the midfield, dominate midfield play. It's going to be tough. Desatko to Eckstein. Sends it back. Let's see if we see more energy and urgency from Valpo. Long ball up here. O'Rear trying to run it down.
50-50.
2 defenders there. And there's Molly O'Rear.
Maybe.
She breaks in, and a great play coming out of the goal, Lilleberg.
She had to do it. She had to come out, cut the angle.
A great aggressive play by Molly O'Rear. She makes things happen, this true freshman from Naperville.
That was right there. One step away, half a step perhaps, to tie this game. So good news and good look for Beacons at this moment.
Anderson, Dugan gets a head on it. O'Rear is there. She tries to head it forward. Well, already we see more urgency from Valpo.
Still 50-50 ball.
And Dugan's going to get called for the foul here.
Some contact there.
But Valpo, we're a minute in here in the second half. Danny, don't they look like a different team?
They are so far. You can see the energy. You can see winning 50-50 balls. You can see the passing lanes. So still early, but so far, that's what they need to do. Almost tie the game up.
Ball sent deep down. Nice job by White. Comes out wide to Bethea. Boy, nice little touch there for Cox.
No problem there.
And Nikki Coriel is going to come out and play it.
No problem. Looks like 4-2-3-1 is a system that it's showing up on the field.
Good ball by Graf
for Coach Marovich, but we'll see how the players adjust to the flight of the ball and movement without the ball.
Valpo's controlling things a little better here in the second half. Certainly more aggressive.
More aggressive, a little bit more pressing.
More pressing.
Right.
Good. Danny, you hit the nail right.
50.
You got the word out I was looking for.
There you go. But has to be team pressing. It cannot be just 2 or 3 players doing what they do. And you create the turnovers and opportunities to score. So let's see what happens here.
Eckstein comes up with this throw in. Right to Hillman. Back to Eckstein. Eckstein sends it out wide. Oh, and Norfolk misplayed this. Abby White's going to try to run it down. She can't do it. Boy, a rarity is Norfolk was unable to trap that ball.
Very difficult ball across the box, outside the box, but not dangerous enough.
Ruber tries to send it into the box, but that hit Peyton Evans square in the chest.
It looks like
results in a throw-in.
Right.
Ruber to White. Norfolk marks her.
Good marking.
She sends it back right near the sideline. Not much room there. White will just send it over the touch line. That results in a throw-in. Comes right into towards the box.
Good double team.
Boy, good job by White to get that towards frame. And Nikki Coriel up with it.
That's threading the needle, as they say. But still now, Beacons need some more numbers.
Big ball by Coryell over the midfield stripe. Dugan comes up with it, looking for help from DeSatko. Sends it back to Eckstein. She traps it there, finds Norfolk. Valpo reloads. Now it's
Can she find a window?
Anderson. Good ball up for Evans, but she can't run it down. That
Still
ball
there.
deflected off the foot of Serwin, who gets it right back, and she sends it up the sideline. Cox. She's trapped.
Good
Nice
pressure.
play by Evans.
Good pressure.
Like almost a handball there as it hit Ruberg falling down.
Official let him play. She allows the play to go on, and here's a throw-in.
White looks for Evans. Ruber knocks it out again, and Valpo continues to advance it.
Player movement.
White waits,
Somebody got checked to the ball. Somebody's
Still
got,
waiting.
Yep.
looking for Evans. Evans comes up with it. Deep on the sidelines, tries to spin, and Valpo's finally going to get a corner kick.
Looks like
So Valpo will get a corner kick. James not on the field, so Anderson will take it. Valpo did score of an Anderson corner kick at Northern Colorado on a header by Dana Fish.
see if they can set up now opportunities.
So first corner kick of the day for the Beacons.
Looks like
Comes with a little over 40 to go, Danny.
Right footed play, probably far post in swinger number. If the numbers are there, they could be dangerous here.
Good ball. Players went down. Dugan went down. It got knocked out to Bethea. Hillman tries to turn. Bethea wins the battle, and they've got numbers. Abby White's back. Kennedy White is back.
Dangerous
Kennedy
ball.
White's going to run it down. Kennedy White coming in on net. Shot. Score.
2-0.
Second goal of the game for Kennedy White. Boy, Bethea turned on Hillman, and that presented an odd woman opportunity for Kennedy White, and she's got her second goal of the game.
Just classic counterattack that you see in a game where you turn the ball over, and just the speed, physical and mental speed of Bowling Green breaks down the Beacons in the back. Coryell had not, couldn't do anything with it. So you got basically 2v1, 2v2, but right now, either you tackle the ball or this happens. If you tackle the ball, you're risking the penalty.
Right.
Yeah.
So Valpo got caught attacking, everybody pushing forward. And then in the battle between Hillman and Bethea, Bethea won that battle. She's been a
did.
real impact player in this game.
She did.
And second goal of the day for Kennedy White. And it's 2-0 in favor of the Falcons.
And it started a 50-50 situation in the midfield, as we talked about earlier.
Long ball up.
No team
Out of bounds.
no team has dominated Valpo in the midfield until now, because they controlled most of the stats. The games I've seen, the games I've seen on ESPN. This is unusual.
Well, I think we've hit on the most important thing that's happened all game long. Ball's gone out to the midfield. Valpo hasn't controlled it.
And
So they haven't had many opportunities. Peyton Evans going to get a throw in here. Offensive throw in for Valpo. It goes to Dugan. Dugan sends it back. Anderson. Now Eckstein. Eckstein looking for help. She spins it back. And now Graff. Graff setting it forward for Dugan. Dugan sends it out wide.
Ball movement is good so far, and
that was Sam Gatunis.
looks like unforced error there.
Sam Gatunis, who's just checked into the game for Valpo. White sends it forward. Good ball down the far side, but well over the touchline, and Valpo get a throw in. Gatunis takes it, but Valpo unable to control it. Dean sends it forward to White. And another attack coming here from Bowling Green. It's Dean in space.
Again,
Dean
with
sends
speed.
it forward.
With speed again.
And a good job by White shielding off Bethea.
And Coryell had to come off the line to cut that angle, because they could have been three. So 1v1 here. Yeah.
Now Norfolk.
See how high Bowling Green is pressing.
Anderson got knocked down. You're right. They're putting pressure on. Nothing's coming easy for Valpo.
No. There were no time and space to operate, and that's basically what the game is about. Are you able to find? See, that's another turnover.
Yeah, Gatunis can't find DeSatko. Long ball up the left side.
Again, a lot of space.
This is Poole. Poole with a lot of space.
She has numbers too.
Turning. Centers. And Coryell near post.
Oh.
That ball looked like would have gone in. Looked like she was going to center. Instead, she tried near post and nearly squeaked it in, and Coriel came up with the save.
She covered that correctly.
Her long ball knocked free. Valpo keeps control. Katunis is out wide. Valpo's got some numbers up front. Katunis to O'Rare. Katunis gets another touch. Sends it forward. Knocked back. And Bowling Green keeps possession.
Again, it's about possession, about time and space. If Beacons can knock one in, they could be back in the game, but you cannot allow third goal.
Graf's got to send this one back. Coriel sends it forward. Pinballs around. Anderson can't control it. Another midfield play for Cox. She sends it out wide. Poole trying to save it. She can't do it. Goal kick coming for Valpo.
Once again, pressure from Falcons and inside the 18 of the Beacons. So now, coach is shaking his head and said, what can we do to stop the bleeding or stop the pressure? You just got to match up. Just match up and keep playing through that.
Here's Norfolk. She sends it forward. Off ahead. Sent back to Serwin. Valpo's got numbers there, but Serwin does the right thing. She turns and just sends it over the touchline and allows them to regroup defensively.
Exactly. Now they have numbers behind the ball, and that's what the good teams do. And basically,
Sarah Epstein's going to come in now. John Marovich looking for somebody on that right back spot. Right. Control play.
Right.
Epstein, third different right back in the first 9 minutes of this half.
But too many mismatches on that flank position. Yeah, you're right. And so coach is trying to find out who can actually match up better.
Here's Kennedy White. What a factor she's been. Both goals scored thus far. She sends one towards the box. Opportunity for Cox. She sends one towards the goal, and Coriel makes the save.
Wow,
as Katie Cox nearly found the far post.
Very good 1v1 situation there. Valpo had numbers, but they did still allow the shot on the frame.
Anderson with the long ball off the right flank. O'Rear unable to run it down. Sent back towards the keeper by Milner. She reverses it over to the right side.
Let the ball do the running. That's what they do now. The ball is moving. Players are moving. They're possessing. I'm talking about Falcons.
Serwin sends it up to midfield, but Eckstein gets the deflection.
Here's a chance for Valpo. Yep.
Just missed O'Rare. Errant pass there from Allie Anderson.
Time and space, uncontested.
Rare mistake there for Bowling Green. Come into Dugan. She tries to turn. She's
defended.
well marked there.
Well
they
defended.
Fight for it.
No foul
Dugan
there.
got her hands up, and the foul was called. Gilmore did a nice job shielding off Dugan, and maybe a little frustration.
Yeah, it is.
From Kylie Dugan.
Right. I think that's what the problem was. She kept her hands down. No foul. It's just a matter of 1v1. 1v1 is still okay. And then,
getting her shoulders. Getting her forearm.
That's
they sometimes allow it in the post in basketball. But
yeah, shoulder to shoulder, you can go. You can have contact. But once the player turns.
Ruber sends this over midfield.
Turns her back toward you, you cannot put your hands on.
Ball is sent forward by White. Norfolk gets it on her foot. Tries to send it out wide for Dusatko. Has not been a factor.
Maybe a foul,
She got handsy there and knocked down Frigerio.
So they're playing hard. They're playing, they're making contact. And sometimes you do commit a foul doing it. So the guy kept the hands down. Again, hands was up on the back and just illegal. And I think players know that. They just get frustrated at times.
Good service towards the box. It reaches the 18, but it's headed out of there by Graf. And now Dusatko. Oh, nice move. And here comes the junior quickly up the right side. The speedy right winger. Coming all the way back to the middle. Tries to go out wide. O'Rare is there.
Get numbers in the box.
Looking for help. She sends it into the box. Nobody home, though.
Very optimistic ball.
Will result in an offensive throw-in for Valpo. And Epstein is going to take this one. Sends it out, Tech.
The ball needs to move. You can't chin the ball over there.
O'Rare, three bodies around her, surrounded well.
Right. See, that's another counterattack coming up here.
And here comes
She's
Bethea.
really fast. She's fast.
Bethea crosses over on White, crosses back over, sends one on net, and Coriel is there.
Well, once again, turnover, causes counterattack with a lot of speed.
What an exciting player Bethea is.
She is. Very, can shoot with either foot. Very good speed, mental and physical speed.
Nice
And
job by DeSatko sending it out wide, but
understands,
Epstein can't keep it in. Epstein just one step behind that play. Otherwise, it would have been a good opportunity for Valpo as Emily Holler comes in.
Yeah, Valpo
True freshman out of West Liberty, Ohio.
Yeah. A little frustration on Beacon's side. There's still plenty of time. Just need to settle and play their game.
Well sent again into the Valpo defensive end. Bethea spins. Well read that time by Anderson. She can't find a Beacon, although it ends up on the foot of Cassidy Eckstein.
See, next pass is very crucial pass.
DeSatko goes wide.
Right there.
And by the back four has done a great job bottling up Lindsay DeSatko so far.
No question about it. They know who the key players are.
Nice long ball here. Poole will try to run it down. She does keep it in. Poole reverses back, waits for some help, centers it. Norfolk sends it out of there. DeSatko comes up with it.
It's wide open game.
Trying to find Eckstein, but can't really do it. And it's going to result in a Valpo foul.
Limit your mistakes, and I think there will be more goals because the game is wide open. See the situation right there, 1v1. Both players go down. Thank you. Yep, you can see both players going for the ball, but let's see if...
Well, Frigerio is going to send this in the box. We've seen in situations like this, she's put some really nice crosses out there on set pieces. This one into the box, headed up in the air.
Still 50-50.
Still dangerous.
Offside looks like. Yep, flag is up.
And then Kennedy White and Nicole Norfolk, who've been battling all game long, they exchange a little extra shove there.
Looks like Mr. Charpentier is there in the line.
Just a little over 30 minutes left in this game, and Valpo's had just very few offensive opportunities. Coriel sends it down. O'Rear can't control it.
Again, that's example right there. Todd, you and I talking about turning the ball in the midfield.
Good ball to White. White surrounded, sends it back. Long ball coming out the far side. Epstein is there. And she gets knocked down, but it is a corner kick.
Wow.
Play got physical there.
Yeah, could have been foul or could have been a goal kick. It looks like he assistant referee.
And they let play on. And it did look like Valpo was the last to touch, but the only question been, had there been a foul?
50-50 ball. I think she was official was right there, let him play. So again, this set piece, they need to learn. The Beacons need to learn to follow the players.
Ruber set to send this into the box. They scored off a Ruber corner kick to start this game.
Basically, got 4 guys in the box, 5, but all have that designated runs. Inside, outside, near post, far post, dangerous ball right there.
And there's Coriel playing it well.
Yeah.
And they'll try to counter. Long ball out to O'Rear. She can't run it down, though.
Well defended. Yeah.
It's a good play. Even though Gilmore doesn't control it, she stops O'Rear from getting a run.
She stops counterattack, exactly.
And O'Rear's going to need a breather.
Potential counterattack.
Kelsey James comes in. O'Rear will get a breather. And that will move James to the striker position. Dugan playing a midfield now.
Difficult ball. That one didn't go anywhere.
Kraft, Norfolk.
That could have been foul, but
sends it forward to Evans. Looking for White. Good move by White, but every time there's a good Valpo move, it's countered by Bowling Green.
2 orange shirts right there.
Cox going wide on Norfolk. And
looks like
did
corner
Norfolk
kick.
get a piece? If she did, it's a corner.
Yeah, pointing at the corner spots. Looks like another corner kick, which allows now Valpo to practice defending the corner kicks. So Beacons have near post, far post coverage, which looks good. Now just have to track the players. There's one more defender coming into the box from Bowling Green.
Frigerio to take this corner.
Looks like right foot out swinger most likely. Yeah, it is.
It's another pretty ball, though. Coriel's got to go up in traffic. And she'll try to get it out wide to Kelsey James in space. James, though, 1-on-2.
Double team.
Again.
Can't go anywhere. You're right.
It almost looks like there's 13 orange jerseys out there.
They're like busy
Every
bees.
loose ball.
Yep. Yeah, they're everywhere. You're right. And they're playing well together in transition. When they lose the ball, they know where we're supposed to be.
Cox trying to turn.
Being double teamed.
Epstein tracks her. Cox keeps it going. She does the right thing. She had nowhere to go, so what does she do? She just kicks it off Epstein out of bounds. At least gives them her throw-in.
Got a throw-in. Smart play, huh? There's no place to go.
Bryn Gardner's going to come back in. And she had a goal against Cincinnati. She's a freshman. She'll be an outstanding player for Bowling Green. And boy, Coach Walker really has this program. Looks like they've turned the corner. I think we said in the beginning it's an improving program. They've got some young girls. Now they got some veterans. They got a real good veteran goalie. But they've got some young players coming in who are really exciting players.
And
strong midfield play. Frigerio's only a sophomore.
Dangerous ball in the box.
Taken out of there. Apple tries to clear. DeSatko trying to find James. She needs assistance. DeSatko comes up with it. Looks for some help. Valpo controls. Long ball up towards Evans. She can't control it.
Yeah, those balls didn't work.
Headed out of bounds. Valpo's going to get Joyner in the game. She'll try to spark this team. She had the big goal against Chicago State. DeSatko's going to get a breather.
Need one goal to get back into the game. If Bowling Green scores a third goal, it will be very difficult to recover. Still 2-0. You're still there.
26 minutes. Yeah, you'd say normally enough time. But, Coach, is it enough time when you have just so few chances?
Well, that's a key right there. You know, just the way Valpo has been playing all these games today, for some reason, they're just not connecting.
And, again, good control by Unkefer in the midfield.
Right.
Now it's Cox. Another nice, good first move.
Still keeps
Poole.
The possession.
1v2 and gets it into the mixer right out in front of the goal.
Yep.
Cleared out of there by Norfolk. Joyner tries to send it back up the field, but again, it finds an orange jersey.
Nobody available, exactly.
Another good run here. Evans with a miscue. Poole comes up with it, sends it on net, and Coriel is there.
So just energy level has improved. However, it's a little bit discouraging because most of the balls, 8 out of 10 probably, are on the orange side.
Joyner tries to come up with this one. She plays it forward off a deflection, or is it just going to be a free kick for BGSU? It is. Joyner the last to touch. Bowling Green the throw-in. Comes into Cox. There's another player who's been awfully impressive. The captain, Katie Cox.
Looks like
Good attack there by Graff. Finds Evans. Evans looking for help. She turns, gets knocked down, and Valpo will have a opportunity for Kelsey James to send this into the box from 40 yards out.
another set piece dead ball situation that you work during the week, and
Good turn by Peyton Evans.
when situation arises, they become dangerous and score the goal from it. Let's see if the numbers are there. If timing of the run is there. If the players make a diagonal and maybe screen the keeper.
So James, about 45 yards out. She pooches it in the box. Dugan is there.
Good ball. Still there.
Graff got a head on it. Looked like Dugan was free. Flag went up, and they're going to let it go.
They're going to let it go.
Yeah, would not have counted if Valpo had scored. And now the loose ball.
Yeah, flag.
Graff got a head on that one. Boy, I think if it had went by Graff, it probably would have ended up being an offsides because Dugan had stuck behind
It was very close.
the defense.
Very close. You're right.
And the flag did go up.
Official in the middle just allowed the play to go on. That's why the Bowling Green coach wasn't very happy with that. Number 25 looks like Valpo's
Chase Ray's going to come in. Cassidy Eckstein's going to get a breather. Under 23 minutes to go in the game. Rough afternoon for John Maravich's team. They're down 2-0. And unlike recent games, they just haven't had opportunities.
Opportunities, in recent games, there's some bad luck too as well, contributed to it. But on this day,
it's good work by Chase Ray to cause a foul.
Looks like, Bowling Green just outworking them in the middle third of the field. I mean, it's 1v1, a 50-50 ball. Yeah.
Back to Coryell. Now Graf.
Can Valpo now connects few passes?
Dugan tries to spin, but she can't control it.
Turnover. See. So if you count number of passes in midfield, they're limited on this day from the Beacons' perspective.
Gardner's ball deflected by Evans.
Good fight.
Good run by Abby White, but she can't find anybody. Really nowhere to go with that ball.
Just misunderstanding, misread the run from Kelsey. James, here's another ball.
Gardner gets it on her foot. It went Gardner to Gardner, and here comes Gardner.
Right. Nice give and goal.
Boy, nice ball out to Cox. Boy, she set a lot of balls down in the midfield.
Just makes good decisions with the ball. I mean, rarely does she turn the ball over. Now she's playing defense. A little bit too aggressive, but that's what I expect from midfield players.
21-15 to go in the game. And just very, very few chances at all for Valpo. Bowling Green leads 2-0, and they've had far and away the better of the play.
Now this game they have, and you can see it, also body language of certain players.
Yeah, there's another play from the midfield where Valpo just can't control it, going foot to foot.
Right. And so Bowling Green really is not allowing Valpo to play their game. They're disrupting midfield possession, and everything rolls off of that. And, of course, 50-50 balls.
Good turn by Ruber, but well read by White, but she can't control it. There's Cox. She controls everything in the midfield.
1v1.
We're in Gardner now. She goes wide, went too far wide, over the end line. Results in a goal kick for the Beacons.
Double team again. Wow. Just cannot, the Beacons cannot connect through midfield. A pass in midfield intercepted.
Cox got a piece of that. Hit that one off of Norfolk. Good job by Abby White to help out. Norfolk back to White. Sends it back up the sidelines. Knocked away by Gardner. Cox comes after it. She runs one down again. Out of Bryn Gardner. Going wide on White.
Looking for cross.
Sends one towards the box. And
goal kick.
Crossed over the end line. Under 20 to go. This is where the ball has been most of the time. Pretty deep in Valpo's end. Norfolk comes up the left side. Good long ball here.
Foul.
Peyton Evans got bumped. Foul called on Gardner. Emily Gardner on that foul.
Let's see if Valpo can string some passes in the midfield third. They become a little bit more dangerous than they have in the last 10 minutes.
Norfolk's going to send this down.
Play short.
It's White. Evans. Evans got shoved. Lost control of the ball. Gardner was the last to touch. Quickly in from White to Evans. Back to White, but behind her.
See, those kind of balls, you have to maintain possession.
Good throw-in taken here. Unkefer has it deflect off Norfolk over the touchline. Another throw-in coming for Bowling Green. Emily Gardner's going to take this one. Ball goes back towards the box. Graf unable to control it. Cox is going to get an opportunity here.
A foul.
She turns.
Most likely called it, yeah.
And this is going to be a PK.
He's in the box?
Yep. But Cox has made things happen all game long.
Wow.
And she's going to be rewarded here with the opportunity to take this PK.
When it rains, it
She
pours.
goes into the box. She bangs in to Graf. Did not play the ball. And now Coriel will try to stop this one from Cox.
She can do it, but if this ball goes in, it's very difficult to come back from 3-goal deficit with 18 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock.
Katie Cox looking for her first goal of the year. Senior captain delivers.
Yeah. Yep.
Boy, and she earned it.
She played.
And I like the move, allowing her to take that penalty kick.
I would as a coach, huh?
I mean, she's done everything out on the field today. She earns that opportunity by getting knocked down with a good run in the box. She's just controlled so many balls today.
That's a reward. Coriel cannot do anything about it. It was just very well struck. Accuracy and pace, both are right on. So, still 18 minutes to play. Looks like coach made one change there.
Yeah, Elizabeth Park is going to come in.
Number 15.
So Park, who started this game as a senior, comes in for Evans. White sends it up to James, and James has had just very few touches. You know, the two people we spotlighted, those two big goal scorers, and Smith and James coming in. Look at how many more touches Kennedy Smith has had over Kelsey James.
They're playing her well. I think that is by design. That Bowling Green is just not allowing her to get touches, or she gets double teamed.
She can't come up with it.
No.
Abby White, though, keeps it. But there's Cox. Starts another counter. Abby White there for Valpo. She sends it back to Norfolk. Foul called. White got knocked down.
There's a contact there. So the air balls didn't work. Even from here, I'll try to find feet. Let's see if this ball works. Ball in the air and
That scoots through everybody.
Yeah. So there is no production. If you're not successful with the air game, you play ground game. Chances are you'll be able to control the ball a little bit longer. With the last 16:50 left.
3-0 Bowling Green. Just has not been Valpo's day, and Bowling Green deserves really a lot of the credit. And here's Cox again.
1v1. She's in the box already.
Good job by the freshman Epstein getting back for Valpo.
And she's comfortable taking players on. In around the 18.
Chase Ray makes a run at the ball, but she can't come up with it. Cox seems to be everywhere right now. Beautiful ball into the box.
That's dangerous ball right there.
And
Looks
the
like
flag was up?
Yes.
Flag was up.
So, again, inches here and there, but okay. She was inside the box, preparing to take another shot at the keeper.
Just a rough afternoon and final non-conference game. And I guess I'm assuming the message from John Maravich is all right, now we get into Valley play. We got to find ourselves.
We have to. The team has to find you right opportunities and find a unit that actually clicks together. A lot of good players. For Beacons, a lot of good players on the field, a lot of good players on the bench. So quality is there. It just now they need to start clicking together, especially middle third of the field.
Epstein's going to come out. Gatunis is going to come in.
I think Bowling Green has disrupted Beacon's possession game, and everything starts with that.
Here's Norfolk.
See, even there, huh? They're able to play.
I could give and go to Norfolk.
And
she
next
sends
pass,
it forward, but
see,
there's nobody there.
Next pass, nothing happens. A turnover, and now you have to fight to get it back again.
It gets sent back to the keeper. Berg has had little action thus far today. Good head ball by Chase Ray. Finds a teammate.
Little foul, maybe.
Park turns. Yeah. She got bumped.
Yeah.
It's going to allow Kelsey James maybe to send one into the box.
Another set piece from there.
A little over 40 yards out. Just try to get one in the box and hope for
a runner.
A runner, some deflection. More balls you put in the box, the better chance you've got.
Anything will work here. Either a deflection, handball, PK, something. But you have to be attacking this ball with a lot of speed and aggression.
She'll take this with the right foot.
Play over the line, play over the orange, and now you got to go.
She chips it towards the box, out wide though. Katunas comes up, plays it well for Valpo. She turns. Good move.
Good defending there. 1v1. It's off.
Yep.
The flag is up right away, so the player cannot see the number. The moment was offside as she received the ball. That doesn't help. So now you have to go back and reset again.
It was Norfolk way downfield, just trying to send extra people forward. Nicole Norfolk, probably one of the first times in her career she gets called for being offsides.
Right.
Very rarely is she that far down the field in a situation like that. Have to come off a free kick situation. Here comes Park, but Park has nowhere to go.
Yeah, no numbers in the box, and nobody read the pass, as Valpo just having difficult time developing a rhythm. Once they possess the ball.
It was about this time last year, late in the non-conference, where Valpo just really turned it on. They have not been able to do so this year with most of the same cast as a year ago.
Pretty much, huh?
Expectations were very high coming in. Now, sometimes you say, well, you get to the conference play and you can throw the records out, but you got to have some doubts in there that, hey, something's not clicking right now for the Beacons.
Right. And the conference is very loaded. There are a lot of quality teams there, so that doesn't mean they can't turn it on. You just you prepare, you play preseason, and you play these games to get ready for conference game.
Here's Norfolk.
So the coach needs to have a serious meeting with the players, perhaps individually and collectively, and sort things out, because they're good enough to win the conference, but there's an element that stays with the team, and so team needs to sort things out. As my old coach used to say, you're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are.
Yeah.
So you find where you belong.
Norfolk's going to send this one back, looking for Joyner. And another orange jersey comes up with the ball at the midfield. As it pinballs around, Ray sends it down to James. She can't come up with it. Chase Ray is there again.
Well defended. Once again, Bowling Green has a very good game plan in terms of marking Valpo's key impact players, and so they have no time and space to operate, and that's what the game is. So Beacons are looking to stretch the field.
Dugan looking for help.
Even they're under pressure. You're right.
Finds Norfolk. Norfolk's going to send this one into the box, looking for Joyner. Not there, but Park comes up with it. She just pops one up in the air. Joyner trying to run it down.
Difficult
and
ball.
A good job by Berg running it down.
Difficult
she
ball.
Came off the line very quickly on that kind of fluky-looking ball.
Yeah, he was dying right in the box, but she timed it and he's able to corral it.
Well, knocked ahead. Norfolk's ball is kicked forward. Sends it back up towards Park. She can't come up with it. Again in the midfield. It's controlled by Bowling Green. Ruber has it now. Ruber sends it out wide. This is Coley.
Good cross.
Real good cross, and it's going to result in a corner.
Corner again.
As Graf was the last to touch.
So this is one of the games where opponent has more corners than Valpo. Maybe only team that has more corners.
Correct. Just doesn't really happen.
Right.
Well, I was going to bring in Kennedy Hill. So her first collegiate opportunity. Kennedy Hill, a freshman. She's out of Austin, Texas.
Just checking in.
And
coach giving her some playing time.
So Kennedy Hill gets an opportunity to show what she can do. Again, Kylie Dugan, a player who, we'll talk it in a sec as this ball is crossed and Coriel plays well. I was going to say, Kylie Dugan's a player who really controls play. Really had very few opportunities in space at all today. We got a Valpo foul here.
I call her facilitator.
Right.
She's a kind of player that distributes as finds the open players, but today just didn't have her rhythm, and like you said, just didn't get enough touches to be dangerous as she usually is.
Very few touches. And really almost no touches in space. I think she had one semi-run in the entire 90 minutes.
Exactly.
We played 81 so far.
Exactly. And you got credit, of course, Bowling Green defense, not just back four, but the team defense.
Ball goes through the uprights, over the goal post, over the top, and it results in a goal kick. Couple comes out wide with Graf.
Second pass needs to be to feet. Dangerous ball. Optimistic, but not as dangerous as I thought would be at the moment.
Looks like Hill's playing a right forward position.
Wow, 50-50.
Sent back by Anderson towards Graf. She'll let it go right to Coryell. Coryell sends one over the midfield stripe, but Ortman plays it well.
Again, winning the 50-50, even in the air.
Ray sends it out wide, but it's picked off by Ruber. Chase Ray, though, runs it down.
Yeah.
Chase Ray's come off the bench and has played pretty well for Valpo thus far today in a game in which
Good shielding.
Really not many Valpo players have been able to do much.
Right.
Ray, who usually coming off the bench, playing spot minutes in the midfield.
But the game is physical now. In this situation, she wins the battle and, of course, gets fouled and rewarded. The coach is not happy for some reason, so Ishmael is asking him to sit down for some reason on the Bowling Green side, yeah.
Norfolk will take it. We have under 8 minutes left.
Not sure what the problem is, but coach needs to stay in his box, right? Here's a 50-50.
Headed back, though. Anderson comes down with it. Unable to find Park. Ruber turns. Keeps it over inside the touch line. Anderson has this one deflected, though.
Throw in again quickly.
Results in a Valpo throw-in.
Have to go quickly if you can.
Anderson throws it to White. White back to Anderson. Trying to get one in the box.
Good ball.
She does, but it's headed out of there.
Defended well. Once again, you got to give credit. Credit for the back four and also midfield play of collective play of Bowling Green.
White took that off Unkefer. Got it to James. James nowhere to go. Miller comes up with it. White right there. Here comes Abby White looking to attack.
Through ball maybe won't work.
Out wide. Park kind of dummies that ball, and it gets sent all the way back down by Ruber. Where Graf gets it to Norfolk. And now back to Coryell. And with 6:40 to go, Coryell and Graf play catch.
Here we go. Can we break the midfield play with one good ball?
Graf. Well, that's a good job.
Yep.
Kennedy Hill getting her first significant action on the collegiate level. Looked good there. But eventually Valpo gave it up. Unkefer
Through ball.
going out wide to Coley. White will track her.
1v1 again.
Coley turns. Loses control over the end line as we approach 6 minutes to go. Well, what a frustrating stretch for John Marovich. You look at these last 4 ball games. In games in which Valpo has had plenty of opportunities. Today was not one of them.
Right.
But this high-powered offense, last 4 games, many games in which they were favored. Their only goal was that Addie Joyner score against Chicago State from about 20 yards out. That has been it.
Very dry, right now, but I think they can fix that in some serious, intense training and opportunity to get ready for next match. Watch a video of this one, learn from it, and move on. You're right.
Nice good touch by Chase Ray again. Park looking for somewhere to go and unable to find Hill.
Even the last minute PK last game, they didn't go in. So sometimes you gotta have some luck as well. But at the end of the day, you make it what happens. You make your own luck.
A big boot there.
5 minutes.
Katunis. That pass off the mark. It's Lauren Cook who's in for Valpo. And John Maravich playing more players than usual. And you can understand why. Trying to find a spark. Katunis gets taken down.
Find a spark, see who can do what. Of course, being a senior day, you gotta have the seniors give them honor there and give them their due. At the end of the day, just the collectively performance wasn't there as expected, as they're capable of doing. But I think they'll turn this thing around.
Norfolk's going to send this one deep. But again, another deep ball that finds an orange jersey.
Right.
That has been the theme of the day.
No question about it. You can see that's a classic example right there. That particular pass and the turnover, where now the Beacons have to fight, expend energy to get the ball back like they have it right now. See, 50-50 ball won again.
Under 4 minutes to go and taken away. Holler ends up with the ball and sends it back, allowing Bowling Green to kind of reset. Good ball,
Still
good movement.
Yep.
Clark got a touch.
First, nice touch.
Coley looking for Clark, missed her. And Hill sends this towards James, but she was knocked down.
James was checking out, and she thought she was checking in. And so there was miscommunication on that particular play.
It resulted in a Valpo free kick.
So perhaps
from a spot where Kelsey James usually is going to put this in the box.
Perhaps here, on this piece, they can make it happen and at least score a goal, because they've been working real hard. There's a lot of effort spent defending mostly.
James from about 40 yards.
Good ball.
Opportunity with some runners, but nobody able to run it down. One of the better opportunities of the day for the Beacons.
With 2:45 left. And clock is on Bowling Green side.
Well, headed forward. Tracked down by Unkefer.
1v1.
Unkefer with Ray on her. Chase Ray is there.
Corner.
Now, I would say maybe the one bright spot of the day has been the play of Chase Ray here today.
Yeah, coach is discovering something, and she deserves her playing time. So go back to drawing board, go back to video, watch the game, analyze it, have a player meeting, and then reset.
Miller's going to take it.
Still early.
In the season.
Exactly.
But not in this game.
Not in this game. In this season.
Alexis Miller to take it.
Decent cross. Player down.
About 12 yards out. Again, bodies go down.
No call.
Sent out wide. Gardner will come up with it. She turns. This is Emily Gardner. Nice move. Shot towards the net. Coriel lets it go over the top.
Goal kick with 2 minutes flat. Left.
Here's Dugan. Long ball towards Kelsey James. She can't come up with it. Yeah. Over the touchline, though, and a chance for a Valpo throw-in.
Generally, air balls didn't work today. In Valpo's game plan, I think when they possess the ball in midfield, they're more productive. So you live and learn. I think this is a learning experience for this group. And I believe they'll bounce back from it.
90 seconds left. Kelsey James surrounded. That's been a theme here today.
No question about it. That's by design. As coaches study each other's teams, find out who the impact players are, who the key players are, and just don't let them play.
So easy. This is different from back when you were out here, Danny. And we'll talk about this in a second. Norfolk's trying to shut off a dangerous opportunity here. But so much easier for coaches to get instant access to all the games.
No question about it.
Through the ESPN streams.
Right. You can dissect it. You can watch part of it. You can see what your defense does, what your midfield does, how the forwards are moving off the ball. So a lot of benefits.
A nice run by Miller.
Which we didn't have at the old school, but it's okay.
35 seconds to go. We had a foul.
this should be a learning experience for both teams. And for Valpo, just reset and stay positive with each other.
We talked about coming into this game, that tough schedule that Bowling Green had played.
No question about it.
Probably helped them.
They helped them, yeah. They helped them.
Good challenge by Norfolk. Sends it over the touchline. And Bowling Green doesn't even need to put this back into play. And a dominant performance by the Falcons. They scored 5 minutes in, and they really controlled play from start to finish, and they win it going away by the score of 3-0. Conference coming up around the corner for both teams. For Valpo, it is time to regroup and figure things out before Valley play.
No question.
Danny and I will recap when we come back. 3-0 Bowling Green's your final. This is the Valley on ESPN.
We decided it's time to put a different kind of power tool in your hands. Store Mode in the Home Depot app gives you in-store tools made to help you get more done. To guide you every step of the way and explore products quickly with the scan. That way you get the top brands at the best prices without missing a beat. It's made for doing. Download the Home Depot app and see how doers get more done.
Todd, I go back with the coach, Danny Yeftich. You look at these final numbers, Danny. Bowling Green completely dominated.
No question about it from the beginning. You can see the statistics there, and then there's just the way they played, possession, corners. Saves are, of course, 8-1 by Valpo side, so you can see that it was a domination from the beginning till the end. Opportunities were there for a few occasions for Valpo. For the most part, Bowling Green dominated the game.
I remember the last time Valpo has had one shot on goal in 90 minutes. It has been at least a few seasons. Let's take a look at our players to watch. Our players of the match, I should say. Their presentation of Lakeshore Bone and Joint. They get you back to the activities you love. Easy call from Bowling Green. Although they had many great players,
right,
nobody stood out. Had more of an impact than Kennedy White, who really got shut down the last 30 minutes of this game. Wasn't needed. But boy, the early goal to start and the spectacular goal to start the second half set the tone.
Just a great athlete altogether. She can play any position. She just found her way. She reads the game really well. She's really smart and decision maker. And you can see,
We'll give the player of the game for Valpo. It quite frankly, it wasn't easy to find a Valpo player of the game here today.
Right.
Georgia Henkel, though, she did make 3 saves on senior night. We congratulate her, and we reward her with our Lakeshore Bone and Joint player of the game. And really no chance on that first one. The one goal she gave up, she had a couple saves. It's kept Valpo in the match in the first half. It was senior day here today. We honor the Valpo seniors. They do it on the last non-conference game. Some girls who've had outstanding careers. Some players like Allie Anderson, who transferred in, has had 2 outstanding seasons for Valpo. And then some veteran players who've had quite an impact, like girls who've started every single game of their career, like Dugan, like Norfolk, Natalie Graff, who has played so many different positions for Valpo and has settled in on the back line, and Georgia Henkel in net for Valpo. And let's not overlook Abby Hillman, the transfer from Loyola. It wasn't the senior day that Valpo had hoped for, but give the credit to Bowling Green. They were outstanding here tonight.
No question about it. From the beginning, in terms of possession, I thought the Valpo would probably have a better midfield play. Bowling Green were just very, very aggressive, and they won the midfield. They won the space. That they won the game just by creating those chances. And the most important thing, they won most 50-50 battles.
That totally dominated in the midfield. We're going to say so long here from Brownfield. A dominant performance by the Falcons of Bowling Green. For Danny Yeftich, our outstanding crew, Corin Leverage, Carl Berner, Ron Blatz and company. Thanks, guys. Todd Eichhouse saying so long here from Valparaiso. The final score, Bowling Green 3 and Valpo nothing. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live. They're archived on the ESPN app. Thanks for watching today's contest. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Solo.